Welcome back to Speedaddixxgarage. I'm Demetrius Hall. Today, we're going to start on another build. I'm pretty confident that you guys are gonna like it, but in order to start on it, we need to get my car out of the garage because what we're gonna be working on is on the lift.
You ballin', boy. Bad's gonna take over.
Wow, that's right. We're working on another K-powered EG hatch, but on this one, we're running a big old fat turbocharger. Fam, I'm pretty pumped on being able to have an opportunity to work on this. As you guys know, I've only started the channel for maybe like a year, maybe a year and a half. I've kind of started introducing the fact that I do welding, that I am proud of the work I do. I try to do the best work I could possibly do, and then I try to bring some funny content. And because of that, this is the stuff I get to work on now. So I'm not gonna say too much, but I want this year, 2022, to be a year that Speedaddixxgarage and myself grow. So stick around. I got a few announcements to make, but I am pumped on working on this. So without further ado, let me fill you guys in on what Speedaddixxgarage or myself will be doing on this build. And before I show you guys exactly all the items that we will be installing on this beast of a daggone EG Civic, let me give you a little rundown of what all it got. Cylinder head has cam, springs, retainers, valves. It's got a drag cartel 3.2 camshaft with 19 head studs, which are bigger head studs to be able to clamp down on this thing to hold all the boost that this precision turbo is gonna be making. This is a precision 6766, capable of 850 horsepower. It is a dual ball bearing unit, which looks like it has like a .96 turbine housing. So that's gonna be nasty. The block is actually bored 0.5 over. It's been CSS'd, or yeah, CSS, piston rods, main caps, the whole nine. And then of course we got a fully built transmission. This transmission right here has the PPG gear set 1 through 4 with a final drive. And then it has a TransLab 6-gear cuff. You've already seen the axles. This mug gonna be nasty when we get done with it. So if you wanna see some content like some roll racing or anything like that, it's gonna be here at Speedaddixxgarage. All right, this is what we're working with. Turbo Smart, first of all, Turbo Smart wastegate, which is on the car. But what I'm about to show you here is that it came with a couple of springs. It came with an inlet and outlet flange. One of them is already on. We got a couple of 5, 6, 7 horsepower Turbo Smart stickers. Could be some used when he run against a 240. Open up this box, start looking at my address. We got another Turbo Spark component right here, part number for the race port blow off valve. Check out the packaging, boy. That mug is wrapped with like some daggone 1.1 mil daggone clear plastic. It's got the race port, it's etched out on the front. You got the flange that's already coated for 3-inch piping. Man, what a relief. Go ahead and put that back on up real quick so I don't lose it. And then check out what's in these boxes right here. When I first looked at this, I was like, hold on, what the heck is this? But these are what they call heavy duty clamps that you put on your intercooler piping. Quick release. As you see, I pull that pin out. You take that little band out and check that out, man. You got a collar. You got 2 daggone flanges. This mug is high quality. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then there's the O-ring, you know. The O-ring slides on there. And of course, before you put it all together, you gotta put that little baby butt jelly on that mug. But yeah, you see how it work out. Them jokers go together. And then right here, we got all of our stainless stuff. This is not all of it, but this is the majority of it. Daniel got to bring a few components, but what we have here is a 3 to 3.5 reducer. Most of the stuff is from Stainless Brothers. They got some really high quality stuff, but the reason we're doing 3 to 3.5, the outlet on the turbo is 3, and then the up pipe that we're gonna be making is gonna be 3.5, so this is the reducer. Yo.
What's up with you, man?
Hey, I'm just making a video. What you up to?
For YouTube?
Yeah. I'm introducing Speedaddixxgarage to the new build on the channel.
Nice. You want me to send you some pictures of the build?
Yeah.
Cause I've got pictures of the motor taken apart, where the block is assembled, and then the head is assembled, and the transmission assembled. You know, I try to like document stuff for my Instagram page also. Yeah.
Well, send me all that stuff, and I'll add it into the video. And then my boy Daniel, he want that pie cut effect. So we got several pies from Stainless Brothers. These are 2.5 inches. And then we got a couple of 3.5 pie cuts as well. This here's a 2.5 90 stainless. This is gonna be for the 60 millimeter wastegate made by Turbo Smart. And let me show you some other stuff we got. We got a Speedfactory front mount intercooler, both intake and out tank is on the same side. Let's pull this out the box and let's talk about it. As you can tell, this is the dimensions, and then the last number is a 2.5. The 2.5 is gonna be a problem because his Ross throttle body is actually 4 inches, and going from 2.5 to 4 inches is, I don't know, that's too big of a jump. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it off, and then we got enough material on this thing that we can weld in a 3-inch. The one thing I like about the Speedfactory is that it's already got these bosses welded on both sides. And with that, we can find a spot to mount it up on the front end of the EG. And then I can't forget about all the 3.5 inch intercooler piping that we're gonna be using, as well as clamps and silicone couplers. After a bunch of trial and error, a bunch of math, counting on my fingers, everything is lined up. I got my 2 black marks lined up, and then I got my level, and then leveled it up with these nice fresh beads on the Speedfactory front mount. So now all I gotta do is make 2 brackets for both sides. I'm gonna use some rib nuts to make that happen, and I'm also gonna make my brackets out of aluminum, and I'll make it where you can slide the intercooler forward and back. Not up and down, because that's where I want it, but just in case, you know, he wanted to bring it forward to the front for the front bumper, bring it back or whatever, I'm gonna take all that stuff in consideration. So off camera, I went ahead and made the upper bracket for the driver's side. Also made it for the left side. And a side note, what I'm doing here is I'm slotting this so that I can get a little bit of forward and backwards movement. The way everything is set up, it won't go up and down, but I can move it forward and backwards so that way I can get it close to the bumper. So let me show you what it takes, or what I'm doing to make these last bottom brackets. before I weld it up, of course I gotta get stuff situated. I use my little 90-degree machine piece to kind of square everything up. I got this piece and that piece both clean. I got it in between my marks that I've scribed, and this is a good opportunity to talk about one of the tools that I made. This is what they call a third arm, a third leg. It's something with the number 3 and a body part. Long story short, what it does is it holds the piece down. You can find something like this to purchase online anywhere you want. I enjoy to make stuff. I enjoy to save money. Time to me is what it's worth to me. And for me to fabricate this right here to get some stuff done or to make my job a little easier, guess what? I'm proud of it. So at the end of the day, work with what you got, do the best you can do with what you got. But sometimes you might want to go out and either make or purchase some items that will help make things smoother. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this up. We're gonna weld both sides, and then we're gonna grind it down flush to make it look like we didn't even weld it. We're gonna belt sand both sides, chop off probably one of the legs, drill a hole, and we'll turn you back on when we got the final product. Wow, look at that Speedfactory from my intercooler with the custom fabricated Speedaddixxgarage brackets. I mean, these brackets ain't serious, but you get the drift. I took a lot of time. This actually took me several hours minus like 2. I think I'm happy with it. Smooth it out with the sander. It looks pretty nice. I got a couple of different bends here to go over to this 10mm headed bolt section here. And then of course I duplicated what I did on the bottom half. But for the most part, that's gonna wrap up mounting the intercooler. The last thing we need to do is we need to test fit this front bumper. But before we test fit the front bumper, I did get permission to do what I want to do. And what I want to do is I want to cut out all of this black right here. So I'm gonna cut all of this out. That way it'll give us a lot more space. The front bumper will look just that much more cleaner. And hey, then we'll be able to go on to the next step, which will be intercooler piping. This is what I use to make cuts like that. It's one of these small little Sawzall blades. This is made by Chief. Got it from Harbor Freight. It gets the job done. Just make sure you oil it daily. I don't know if you could tell during the time lapse, but I had to go across this thing twice because the first time I cut it, the blade was hot. It was basically fusing the two together. So I had to go across it the second time. But of course we can't leave this like that. That look like garbage, that look like trash, and I'm not putting my name on it. So let me show you the other tool that we're gonna use to fine tune that. We got this here. Wow! They call this the 3/8 air belt sander. Basically it's got like a little 1-inch wide little belt sander on it. You can change the grits you want, but I'm gonna run this thing across it real quick and we're gonna cut you back on when we're done. Show you that finished final product. All right guys, here's the final product. Got the front bumper trimmed up, got it smoothed out quite a bit, and I got the front bumper exactly where I want it. We got the intercooler core exposed. Of course, it's just dangling up here. All I need is a couple 10mm headed bolts to tighten it up and a fender, but you get the drift. So after this, we will start on the intercooler piping, and I'm pumped. This month, when we get this joker ready, it's gonna be nasty. We're gonna do some races. We might even do a little bit of Civic versus 240. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all stick around, and I love y'all. Happy New Year.